is definitely something that has always been here. So, of course, in our second show, we see that Sundar is trying to plead to Tapu to explain things to Jethalal, and of course, we already analyzed that Tapu is as angry at Sundarlal as anyone else in Gokuldham society. And of course, we have a lot of problems with this episode that Sony Sub gave us. Of course, everyone else loved our episode because we gave what the fans wanted, and the officials of Tarak Mehta Ka Ulta Chashma gave the lamest excuse possible, and that excuse was Sundarlal's and Daya's mother not allowing him to bring back Daya because it is related to their goddess Lakshmi, and how that is bad luck and it brings ill luck. And of course, we see that Jethalal fact checks, you can say, Sundarlal, and that is definitely something that we have been waiting to see for a very long time. Sundar needs to be checked, and we see that here happening. It is happening here, and it is happening right in front of us. So, of course, no one is buying Sundar's excuse. Whatever he's saying is so unbelievable. And, of course, that is definitely something that, that is definitely something that they did not see coming. Of course, the fans saw it coming. And this is just the lowest of the low, because we saw how Bhide and Tarak Mehta both predicted Sundar to not bring Daya, and they did that. They did not bring her. The only thing that was brought was the diya, the lamp, the traditional lamp that we predicted would come. And of course, our prediction was correct yet again, and we are more than happy. But again, we are as sad as well, because we wanted our prediction not to be true. We wanted Daya to come back, and we only got a diya. But at least we did see Daya's ankles or hands lighting up the diya and her background music playing. So that is not something we wanted. Fans love Daya so much that they have decided to increase the dislike ratio and trend hashtags on Twitter that say that they need to boycott Tarak Mehta Ka Ulta Chashma, which is a great way to show that fans are the true power. Fans are the only ones who keep the lights on for these shows, because if fans start to not care about these shows, then nothing is going to, you can say, bring the money that is needed for these shows to run. But it's not even about that. It's just about the ego and the, you can say, the greediness that Asit Modi possesses. And of course, he is the reason why so many actors have left the show, so many artists have left the show, and they don't want to come back to this show. And of course, we see that it's just the terrible thing ever. It is the most terrible thing ever. And we really hope that people who are going through it never experience it, because they don't deserve it at all. So the only thing we can do is hope that after completing the 2 arcs that they have been milking for a very long time, they let them go and give us what the fans need. That is the re-entry or a final comeback of Daya and Popatlal's marriage. But of course, that is also a very tired excuse. This has been happening and delaying and being delayed and then happening again. This has been going back and forth for a very, very long time. So of course, we see that this isn't going to work this time. People are really mad. People are really upset that their favorite show, the show that they have loved since 2008, is now starting to go so badly that they would really just just bait the fans into thinking, into increasing the TRP of their show, just to increase the TRP for the TRP sake, because the TRP has increased a lot. The TRP points have increased to 1.9, and that is solely because of the whole, you can say, hype that Daya's comeback was, you can say, about to give them, or you can say that was about to achieve. But of course, that was just a bait. It was a desperate attempt to increase the TRP points of this show, and of course, this could have only been done one time, and then the next will not be done in a great way. And of course, we see that this is going to end up really terribly for both of these shows. Well, at least one of them, Tarak Mehta Ka Ulta Chashma, and of course, it will now fall upon us, Magic World, to continue the, you can say, the thing that we have been doing for a very long time, which is providing fans what they truly want, and we will continue to do so as long as we have the support of our subscribers, our viewers, our, you can say, watchers that have been watching for us since the very start of our channel, and the new ones as well. Everyone is welcome to watch, to witness the portrayal of you can say scenarios that they want to happen. And of course, this whole thing in our first show, which is Barsate, is really sweet. We see that Aradhana is being loved by her, you can say, by both of her mothers, and we also see that Rianch is now paying people to really destroy Aradhana's life. First, Rianch paid the henna girl, the girl who designs henna, to write Jay's, to not write Jay's, and to write Rianch's name on Aradhana. And of course, the only antagonist we have as of now is Nita, and she isn't going to like that at all. So she is now very desperate to see what and how Aradhana's, you can say, henna looks. And of course, she has no, you can say, she has no way, or she has no, you can say, this, she has no chance, or she has no choice at the very least. She has no choice but to take help from her younger sister, from her younger stepsister. They are sisters. And Aradhana has a lot of siblings, so maybe that is, you can say, good for her. And of course, Aradhana is now excusing both of them, and we see that Nita is really just too funny. And we also see that everyone in this show is really obsessed with each other, which maybe defines what this whole you can say country is all about. They have been obsessing with each other for a very long time, so it's nothing surprising at all. And we see that Varun, I think his name is Varun, who sneaks up on Rianch, giving money to the henna girl to write Rianch's name. And of course, he won't help Aradhana, and he certainly won't help Rianch as well. So what is even happening in that show is just very unbelievable. So it is unbelievable, but it also caters to the audience, just as we have been saying for a very long time. So it's believable in a way if we think like their true audience. So of course, we see that in our second show, Sundar is now really just using the crocodile tears to slip away from the grasp of the wrath of, or from the wrath of Jethalal, and of course he won't be able to. So you can say that the only character who is, who makes sense in this very episode is Jethalal. Jethalal is acting on his, or with his heart and brain, or you can say just his whole body. Everything that Jethalal does and says is totally justified because it is what has been happening to him, and he deserves daya, and he deserves to know to have his wife back with him.